チェンジファイヤー
Huh. Okay, that was a bit fast, but I think I can do it. I think I pulled it off. All right. So gun out here. Oh great, you guys can't see the bottom of my leg, so I can just do this. Yeah, close enough. This is Kyoryuger. Gonna put this away. Well, that was fun. Yes, I've changed shirts, changed lighting. Actually, it's daytime now because I shot that at night. And I'm here to review the first episode of this new Super Sentai of Kyoryuger. Yeah, I gotta break up this name because, well, I have trouble saying most of the names in this season, so I'm gonna give everything a nickname. We're gonna call the main mentorish character Harvey Birdman. Yeah, because he's a blue bird thing. But I'm just gonna call him Harvey Birdman from now on. And the T-Rex is gonna be either the T-Rex or I'm just gonna name him Rex. Yeah. And of course, for our villains who have been introduced in this season, I'm going to just call one the Faces of Evil, Angry Guy, Sad Guy, Smiley McHeart Girl, and Useless One. You don't know who those characters are? Don't worry, I'll introduce them all promptly. But this is Kyoryuger, Episode 1. I think it's like the Brave King is here. I'm just gonna start off with my rating. This is a 7 out of 10. This is a very average Sentai so far. And, not that I didn't have fun with it, but, yeah, I think the Sentai's a bit confused. I have to say that now. Mostly in the costume area. And this is more with the villains than with the heroes. The villains, you have 3 villains who look like villains to a point. You have the main guy who's pretty much recruiting people, which is from the Boss, which are the main bad guy group. And, let me start over. Well, actually, let me not start over. Let me have this guy explain it.
恐竜、遥かな太古、地球を支配していたすごい生き物たち。だが、彼らは滅び、歴史の中に消えた。そして今、我々人間にも滅びの危機が訪れる。
And we come back full circle. Thankfully, I kind of get really confuddled with this Sentai. So far, it's been leaving me confused because it gets weird real quick. And things link up in a weird kind of way to where I want to talk about one thing by moving to another, and it just confuses everything. So, just piggybacking off of what that guy said, after that, a big castle and an iceberg thaws out and starts kind of sort of burrowing into the earth. It looks really rooty and like more of a plant than an actual structure. And we get introduced to our kind of main villain. He's this guy, his title is like the Lieutenant of the Faces of Chaos, who is going to be our evil face guy. Evil guy of many faces. That's our nickname for him, and that's who he is. And he is not the big boss. He is kind of the assistant to the big boss. He's the right-hand man. So, like how Enter was to Messiah, and how the prince in Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger was to the emperor. If that makes sense. So, what he has done is he has thawed out from this giant-ass iceberg and is now getting ready to attack Earth and decides to do the one thing that most Super Sentai villains almost never do, except for I think in Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger, is just straight up attack everyone at the same time. And for the first time, I think, for the first time I've seen in a Super Sentai, we see white people. We get acknowledgement that Europe and America are being attacked as well as Japan. Which is actually pretty awesome. But, of course, as they are all being attacked, we come across a southern island. They don't name it, it's a southern island. So, we come across a southern island where tribal people are being attacked by these henchmen. This is where I come in with the costuming. Yes, thank you. Segues. The costuming on the henchmen look pretty cool and look pretty villainous. But once you get to the main henchman, you have the main, like the evil man of many faces who kind of looks villainous. You got the angry dude who looks really villainous because he has like a tiger's face and has lightning all over his ass, which is pretty badass. And then you get to the sad guy who's kind of villainous. He has knight's armor, but he's crying a lot, so it's kind of hard to take him seriously. And then you get to the anime character that is the Lieutenant of Smiles, aka Smiley McHeart's girl. And then you get to her assistant, who looks like a reject off of a Final Fantasy character, and looks pretty much useless because she's the Spy of Smiles. Or he. I don't know. It's a unisex thing. But, yeah. Once you get to those last three, yeah, you start going, most of this, it's like you're going, well, the henchmen look threatening. They do. They look threatening. To a point. They look like they could pose some threats. And they're going around attacking everybody. So, yeah, they are a threat. And then you get to these guys. You go from a varying degree of threatening to anime characters, like, immediately. And you're like, so why are the henchmen more threatening, at least in looks, than some of the main big villains? Okay. But, anywho, the villain, the assistant villain, which is Evil Man of Many Faces, starts actually thawing out these other villains, who, that's how we're going to get our Monsters of the Week. Pretty much, just, he's going to be melting something in the ice, and goes, hey, look, a new villain for us. And go out and attack something. Pretty much. Simple. But as the world is being attacked by the henchmen, 5 people start going around and attacking these henchmen back with dinosaurs and guns and pretty much badass shit. But as this tribal tribe in this southern island is being attacked, one man stands up against the threat, and his name is King, or you call him King, because he has a real name, but everybody calls him King. Anywho, so he comes up and he punches one of the henchmen and starts fighting his way through the henchmen, but it's too much for him. They have guns, and he only has his fist. So, Harvey Birdman comes in, which his name is Torin, and I know it's not a hard name to remember, but I like calling him Harvey Birdman instead. Comes in and gives him a white gun, in which he uses to take down some of the henchmen, and once he takes down some of the henchmen, who are small chunks of the bigger army that's still there, Harvey Birdman says, good, and snaps his fingers, releasing a volcano and releasing the T-Rex. I'm calling him T-Rex. Who comes out and helps out King by destroying all the other henchmen. And after that, Harvey Birdman explains to King that he has to prove himself a brave hero, or a brave warrior, to the giant T-Rex in order for the T-Rex to turn the white gun, which is the Gaboot revolver, or Gaboot Volver. I hate the combination names. I never actually expressed this before, but I really do hate combination names. Especially with Japan, because it's like Japanese name, English name. Smush it together and hope it works. It's like Gaboot Volver. Doesn't roll off the tongue so easily. But anyway, turning the Gaboot Volver from white to yellow, which means he has endowed it with the, means the T-Rex has endowed the Gaboot Volver with its power and allows King to henchman. But even after a month of battling the T-Rex and even winning, the T-Rex is reluctant to give King his power. So Torin says, well, dude, gotta work without you. Yeah, I called him Torin. Anywho. So, as Harvey Birdman leaves through an awesome teleport portal, King meets the other four Rangers who don't know each other, but kind of do. They don't know each other personally. Like, as normal people, they know nothing of each other. And they actually start kind of arguing with each other. Like, the Black Ranger's hitting on the Pink Ranger, who the Pink Ranger doesn't like getting hit on. And because the Black Ranger is hitting on the Pink Ranger, the Green Ranger is like, yo, don't be doing that. But then the Red Ranger comes in and goes, yo, don't mess with the Pink Ranger. She's really strong. Because, you know, she battled a dinosaur and now owns a dinosaur. But, you know, they don't know that about each other. And the Blue Ranger's just a handyman. He's just doing shit in the background. And so, King breaks all this stuff up, and, well, not breaks it up, but, like, incites it to where the Pink Ranger kicks a hot dog, and it hits the Blue Ranger, and he falls over. You know, hilarity. And, of course, the King actually finds a weird plate thing on the ground, teleports into where the Kyoryuger's headquarters, and finds all the batteries that, they have these little batteries that contain dinosaur souls that give them power. So, the dinosaurs are extinct, but there are some souls that are trapped inside these batteries that allow them to go into battle. So, after, you know, Harvey Birdman explains all this, he goes, his awesome Fu Manchu mustache, or his Pai Mei mustache, really, flows in the wind, and he goes, oh no, what? The henchmen are attacking a city, and the T-Rex, who doesn't have his battery, is trying to battle it because, well, he's infuriated that, you know, this one villain of the week who caused the Ice Age is back, and he wants his revenge, but he doesn't have his battle thing, so he'll never win. And so he sends King volunteers to go out and fight with the T-Rex, and then he goes, you might be too brave, and then gives them a red vest. That was the weirdest line in the episode, really. He says, you might be too brave, and then hands him a red vest. I'm just like, alright, sure, you might be too brave. It's just like, it's kind of like, you would probably say like, here, it's like, I'll go, take this. You know, not, you're too brave. Made no sense, but whatever. Yeah, so King goes out and starts fighting off the henchmen. Though he can't really do it without, well, henching. So, the T-Rex actually protects him against the Monster of the Week who causes Ice Ages. And the reason I'm calling him the Monster of the Week is because, well, he doesn't last long. So, the T-Rex protects King from an icy attack, in which, finally, King proves that, dude, we should be working together. We'll be brave together and defeat this guy. And then the T-Rex is like, yeah, you're right. Endows him with the power, he henchins, and then proceeds to start kicking all of the villains' asses. Like, all the henchmen get wiped out. Hell, the fucking Red Ranger takes out one of the giant T-Rex monsters that if the henchmen all combined can create with one strike. If you don't believe me, here it is.